3 separate streams today, but it sucks because Kingdom Hearts decided to make this collection the way it did.
We're at the end of it, though. This is the last part of it.
Yeah.
After this, we can finally start... No, I can finally start.
Yeah, I'm not going to do a damn thing. Sorry.
I have been excited, but the more you talk about the story, the less and less I get.
Don't let my opinions cloud it, because there are good things about 3. I've failed to mention them though. Here's the thing:
the game supports an autosave feature.
Okay, autosave. Oh yay, autosave on a movie. Oh, of course. I'm deaf, so of course I'm gonna throw the subtitle. Ooh, get the mobile graphics.
Oh.
The world was appeared to, but I was born into a radiant from within that light. The masters, before he disappeared, the one who made me, bestowed names on his 6 apprentices. The five read the manuscript. The fated land will be the battleground. Light will see, defeat, and expire. They decided to draw on to prevent that from happening. They harness unimaginable and keep the world safe from the inevitable. You should know, but they don't follow. Hey, but they don't follow the same path. Don't lose sight of yours, okay? The world, but I was born into a radiant world. From within that light, my master, before he disappeared, bestowed names on his 6 to 5 who came. The 5 read the manuscript. The fated land will be the battleground. Okay, I get it. I think it's just repeating itself. Hey, it's Mickey, Donald, and Goofy. Beast's Castle. I have my own ships, actually.
Holy God, Jesus Christ, you just fucking sucker punch Cloud. Who's that? Oh.
The evil queen. Alright, well.
This is the first time I've ever seen gameplay of this game. I guess
that's what it looks like.
What the fuck? Oh, the boy. The strange boy is dying.
Kingdom Hearts Union Cross back cover.
Yeah,
okay. The Case of Blue Shoe. So get ready, it's gonna throw a lot of names at you you're not gonna remember.
That looks nice, though.
So that makes you the indisposable number 7. Huh.
Oh, and it's still
Come
gonna
on,
do the fucking
it's
thing with
simple.
the coats.
You 6 plus me is 7. Wait. Don't tell me I don't count.
No.
So this is Kingdom Hearts Deadpool. Basically. That seems familiar.
Here, take it.
In the Master's playful and mischievous way, he gave his apprentice Luciu a very important role. What seemed like a simple task was the element that would connect all of the events to come. Long, long ago, all the worlds were still one. One day, this would be called the Age of Fairy Tales. It all began here in Daybreak Town. The Master of Masters had an eye that gazes into the future. he
So Master of the
bestowed upon
Masters is
5 of
basically
his
Kingdom
6
Hearts Deadpool.
apprentices
He is really
a copy
nonsensical. He
of
can
the
see
Book
into
of
the future.
Prophecies, in which was written the events to come.
What an asshole.
Case of Ira.
So, did you look through the book?
Yes, but I'm still analyzing it.
Wow, no quick skim for you, huh?
I just prefer to be thorough. Master, is what it says in the last passage true?
Oh yeah, that. Bummer, huh?
Yes.
Bummer.
By the way, if one day I suddenly disappear, I'm counting on you to keep the others calm.
Disappear?
Vanish? Him? Fade? I don't know how to explain it. It's just hypothetical talk.
Okay.
This world is full of light. It's a world comprised of many smaller worlds, all connected, stretching as far as the eye can see. One great light protects us all throughout this vast land. All worlds share one light, one fate.
I take it you're talking about Kingdom Hearts.
I sure am.
You're right on the money. People believe that the light that is Kingdom Hearts will be here forever.
Well, I have
If it were to
to
disappear,
tell you that's
the
wrong.
world would be enveloped in darkness.
I understand. That is why you granted us these Keyblades. With these, we can spread the teachings of light. And we can protect Kingdom Hearts from darkness.
No, they're not for protecting Kingdom Hearts.
Huh?
The final passage reads, "On that fated land, a great war shall transpire. Darkness will prevail, and the light expire."
Isn't it our duty as Keyblade wielders to prevent this war from taking place?
Just gonna do my
Not
stickers.
possible. What? You really think you can change the future?
Then, what do you want us to do?
So dumb.
You have
Like,
to
for them, it
focus on
hasn't
what comes
happened yet, so
after.
technically
There's no
you
use thinking of ways to change events that we know are gonna happen.
But what about all of those who are here now? And the ones who will be here when the darkness finally comes?
Oh yeah, they're gonna
Are
die.
we to abandon all of
Everyone's
them?
gonna die.
Come on. Are you telling me that you think the world can be saved by just 7 people?
I mean,
We
they're
have
gonna
to at least
later.
try. With enough Keyblade wielders, we could...
Well, if you want to give it a shot.
Yes.
Alrighty, good luck.
That's
Okay.
it. Alright, fuck off. See ya.
And so the reliable Ira, who wore the mask of the unicorn, was given his role to take over for the Master and to lead the others. Similarly, the virtuous Envy, who wore the mask of the snake, was given her role to watch over the others with a fair eye. The fearless Aced, who wore the mask of the bear, was given his role to support their brand new leader, Ira. The prudent Ava, who wore the mask of the fox, was given her role to prepare exceptional Keyblade wielders for the world after. The cool-headed Gula, who wore the mask of the leopard, was given his role to uncover the mystery of the Book of Prophecies. Lushu, the first of the apprentices to be given their role, watched his companions from afar as they learned what it was that they were meant to do. Then, he disappeared.
Fuck.
Not long after that, the Master vanished, dimmed, and faded without a trace.
Okay, bye. Hey, that's the kid you play as in the mobile game.
This is where your story began. The story
With
of your
kids
very
like
own
you.
adventure.
Me?
Not really, 'cause
Five
it's
of
the
the
movie.
Master's apprentices, armed themselves with the Book of Prophecies. They each created a union. This would fulfill his wishes. Then, they set out to rally Keyblade wielders just like you. By defeating Heartless, the monsters of darkness.
But wait, didn't Ansem
They would
create
gather
the
light.
Heartless in the future?
Don't.
Like, wait a second, you're creating a big plot hole here. Because they didn't exist until like a few years before Kingdom Hearts 1?
There's a traitor among us.
Oh boy.
Sure,
Are you
certainly
certain?
Could be the guy in the black
What
coat.
proof do you have?
Well, you'd be surprised. I actually know who the traitor is, and it will surprise you.
I found this sniffing around.
Is that a dark Cherothy?
Oh boy.
Is that a nightmare?
Dream Drop! Oh, but it's so cute though.
Master, did you make this? It's so cute!
Well, things are gonna get pretty hectic around here soon. But this spirit Cherothy is gonna make your lives much easier. Hopefully.
Spirit?
You could say they're like cats or dogs. And they'll be your loyal pets. Every wielder will have one of these adorable little guys at their side. They're here to help, so play nice. Oh, right. Before I forget. If a wielder is overcome by malice, or rather if their heart is tainted by darkness, their adorable little spirit will turn dark and become a nightmare.
So you're telling us that if we see a nightmare...
Someone has fallen into darkness.
Exactly. And if you don't stop this renegade spirit, it'll plant darkness in the hearts of others. And you'll have an army of nightmares on your hands. Beware.
So, if we see one of these nightmares anywhere, we have to get rid of it on the spot.
No! I won't let you do that!
No wonder you ended up as the bear. You're scary.
Your point?
Maybe you can growl at them.
Don't insult me!
Come on, Hassan. You won't know if it works unless you try.
Please tell me you're joking.
I like that he goes up
It's
and
not
starts
me.
growling.
There's an easy way to solve this. If we all summon our spirits, then we'll know.
Unfortunately, there are countless wielders in our unions. It would be easy for any of us to summon a Cherothy that isn't a nightmare. I'm afraid that your suggestion wouldn't help us get to the bottom of this.
Yeah, in that case, who's to say that the nightmare you saw belongs to one of us? It could belong to anyone in our unions.
That's highly unlikely. Do you recall the tool the wielders were given in order to make them stronger? We generally don't concern ourselves with what they have at their disposal. However, I believe those tools were the nightmare's doing.
The bangles. I know when they're equipped, they have the power to collect dark energy. But I thought we all agreed that was okay.
Collecting is fine, but using that power is the equivalent of using the power of darkness.
It's a brilliant plan. Everyone knows that all spirits look the same, and wielders exist in spades. There's no way to
I have a solution. If there were
no.
less Keyblade wielders,
Everyone's
then we would
already
be
equipped
able
their
to tell
bangles.
who's the traitor quicker.
So
We
what
need a
now?
war.
How do we find out who's behind this?
Seeing as those bangles couldn't have been acquired by just anyone, I believe it's one of us here in this room.
No, Ira. I respectfully disagree. What proof do we have that the bangles are tied to the power of darkness, or if a nightmare is to blame? We shouldn't simply jump to conclusions.
Ira. Some leader you are. You've managed to plant seeds of doubt in all of us with that speech. What? Did you expect the traitor to give themselves up with that accusation of yours? That was foolish.
Aced, that's quite enough.
It looks to me like the Master made the wrong choice.
Wait, where do you think you're going?
I think we're done here. I trust you'll keep us all updated.
I hope we can all resolve this.
That didn't go as expected.
What's wrong, Ira? This isn't like you.
A lost page. Something's missing from our book of prophecies. Each of our copies
This story just
were
introduces
said to
so many
contain the
plot
events
points
of the
right
future.
From the get-go.
But this incident, well, it's nowhere to be found.
And how does this whole thing with the traitor tie together?
Like I said, it's nowhere to be found. In my book.
Ira, are you implying that someone is in possession of the missing page? And the person with the complete book is the traitor?
There is something going on, and the page is suspiciously missing from the book. It's not so far-fetched to assume that the one who has the lost page has been turned, that they have fallen into the hands of darkness. Trust me.
There seems to be no record of it in my book either. You may be onto something. I wonder, could this have been the Master's plan all along? To grant the lost page to only one of us?
We have no way of knowing. The Master is gone.
I understand what you're saying. I promise to keep a close eye on the others. I will keep you informed, as always.
Thanks.
Of course. After all, that is what the Master asked of me. And Ira, may your heart be your guiding key.
Been hearing that a lot today. It's almost like we chose to play all the most recent games all at once. Case of Envy.
So, to sum it up, I'll need you to observe the others. Easy breezy.
All right.
Like I said, Ira may have to take over for me. But don't be shy. Just be fair. Then do not be afraid to speak up. Even though I say observe, you'll need to be the mediator. Make sure people get along.
Well, I think we know how that job went.
But without you or Luciu, to form and maintain our own unions is... it's a little unnerving, to be honest.
Oh, come on. Lighten up a little. Maybe I'll never disappear.
And then he disappeared.
Wait. Do you want me to go?
What? No, of course not.
I was just kidding.
Oh, I see.
Look, I get that change can be hard for everyone, but things need to keep moving forward. And you need to keep up. Otherwise, you'll just get left behind, all alone. Now that you know what the future holds, Envy, what does your heart say? May your heart be your guiding key. I say it all the time. You ultimately need to do what your heart feels is right.
Right.
A few days later.
I was wrong about Ira. I thought he would make a great leader, but he let me down. Well, what do you two think? You don't believe what Ira said, do you?
Of course not. His argument was unconvincing. It's like Envy said. He's just making baseless assumptions given the situation. There's no evidence to tie his accusations to anyone, let alone one of us.
Maybe there's something he hasn't told us.
And he needs to tell us. How dare he look at us with suspicion? We're his comrades.
I wouldn't call us comrades. Anyway, could you get to the point? I know you didn't call us here just to complain.
I want the three of us to form an alliance.
But alliances are forbidden, I said.
I knew it. I had a feeling it would come to this. So, we join forces, then confront Ira?
Confronting him is pointless. Ira won't change his mind. I know there's darkness at work. There's no question. But I don't believe for a second there's a traitor among us. Unfortunately, Ira doesn't share the same belief. He's just wasting time trying to figure out who the traitor is. But darkness won't wait, and neither should we. We need to band together now and find a way to fight it.
Guess it makes sense.
I agree that we need to do something to fight the darkness. But combining our unions? That was strictly forbidden by the Master.
He's no longer here.
I'm in. But let's be clear. The alliance is just between the two of us right now. I don't want my union members involved.
Gula! I want to follow the Master's teachings.
Understood. That's your choice to make. You should do whatever you feel is right.
Yeah.
By the way, Ased, do Ira and Envy know?
I haven't talked to Ira about it for obvious reasons, but I did ask Envy to join us.
You wanted to see me? Gula, I'm here. What's the meaning of this?
Hear me out, Envy. I want an alliance among our unions. Gula here has already agreed. Will you join us? And together we can...
And disobey the Master's teachings?
We don't have a choice! Darkness is approaching, and we need to combine our strength to stand against it.
The Master bestowed each of us with a different role, and he specifically told us to keep our union separate, to maintain the balance of power. He told us that any imbalance would lead to a desire for more power, which leads to darkness. I know you haven't forgotten. Perhaps it's you who has been tainted by darkness.
I'm tainted by darkness? Then what about you, Envy? You spy on us and report everything you see back to Ira. You really think you have no darkness in your heart after what you did?
Because that is my role.
To observe us, yes, but not to disclose everything we say and do to Ira.
That's...
For all we know, you and Ira could be allies, scheming behind our backs.
That's enough.
Drama! That's how!
When will it stop? I don't want us to turn against each other.
Master Alva.
Oh, hello. Your name is Ephemer, right?
Uh-huh. Hey, can I join you?
Uh-huh.
Why the long face? Did something happen?
Long day. Do you remember what you asked me before? About why the unions compete against each other instead of working together. Actually, I always wondered the same thing.
Huh? Isn't it just because the Master said so?
Yes. And as such, we must obey. The Master said so. Lately, I've really started to wonder. You once told me that you were looking for answers. That you wanted to solve the mysteries of this world. Well, I think that's how things should be. We need to question things and think for ourselves.
Whoa! You are really not yourself today. I guess even foretellers have their off days. Hey, maybe talking about the book will cheer you up.
Not a chance.
Aww.
You were trying to pull a fast one on me, weren't you?
Oh, no, I was joking.
If you say so. But, to be honest, I think it would be great if all the unions could work together and be friends.
You know, I made a friend from another union today.
That is forbidden.
Wasn't much of a talker. Maybe just shy. We're meeting again tomorrow.
You know the rules
That
of public
sounds like so much
execution.
fun.
God.
Then
I
you
know
better go
their
home and get
name.
some sleep.
Of course,
Yay.
it was blah blah blah. All right, now you're arrested.
Well, it was nice talking to you. I don't know what's got you down, but please cheer up.
Thank
Stop
you.
being sad. I'm against
Stop being sad. All right, I did check something.
The worst happens.
And
I'll be glad
what
to
I
leave the
thought
future
was
to the
correct,
kids who see
so
the world
let's see.
in the way that you do. Let the wind carry you far, far away. My dandelions.
Why is the dandelions specifically capitalized?
Because that's the name of the group.
Oh.
So I guess you would already kind
Envy.
of know this. You can.
Have
piece
you
this
learned
together.
something?
Can I pause?
It seems Aset and Gula's unions are now allied.
So, actually, no. I'll wait to talk about that.
So Ased is the traitor after all.
No, I don't believe he is.
Why's that?
To Ased, unification is a means of gathering strength to oppose the darkness. So I believe his heart still belongs to the light.
Even so, forming alliances was strictly forbidden by the Master.
Yes, and his teachings are absolute. That's why I will try and persuade Gula to dissolve their alliance.
Then I'll do it.
No. Please, let me do the talking. Your intervention will do nothing more than spur Ased's anger.
All right. I'll leave it to you.
And one more thing. Ased has begun to question the two of us. As a precaution, my reports will be less frequent. I don't want him to get the wrong idea. Please understand.
Yes, I do.
She's basically their Facebook. Updating them on all their statuses.
A few months later.
I think I'm done.
Done with what?
The Alliance. I think it's time to call it quits.
For what reason?
To put it simply, I entered this alliance thinking we were preparing to fight some impending darkness, but it hasn't come. In fact, there haven't been any suspicious incidents recently, and you haven't rallied anyone else to your cause.
Yeah, but...
This alliance is meaningless. Even Envy agrees. Oh.
Envy?
Uh-oh. You weren't supposed to find out.
Then why did you
Is Envy
say
the one
it?
who told you to break our alliance?
Maybe. But I'm the one who decided to do it. And I've already told you why.
But we don't even know who the traitor is yet!
That's this movie in a nutshell.
And that's exactly why. I just can't trust anyone but myself.
Don't you realize you won't stand a chance against the darkness on your own?
Sorry, my mind's made up.
Peace out, bitch. Flips him off on his way out.
He says, peace. Wait, you're supposed
Envy.
to use two fingers. Wait, I
You will
suck it!
regret this.
I'm going to break her like a Kit Kat bar.
Oh God, you're so big.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. You said breaker, not fucker, damn.
You can do both. Case of a Sid.
You been here long? My bad.
No.
I left a massive mess in the bathroom. You don't want to go in there for a few hours. Let me just tell you, though,
So,
it's
what did
really
you want?
hard getting these coats off.
You didn't forget, did you? You're the one who called me here.
Lighten up! I was just kidding. I didn't forget.
On
Give me a
Zen
little
is
credit here.
much
Guy
more
was
of a
just
Joker,
testing
but
you.
he's not an asshole.
Who?
Xehanort.
Right.
That's not Xehanort. It's the Master of
Now.
Mysteries.
Allow me to tell you about your role. You're going to be Ira's right-hand man.
What? Ira's right-hand man? What do you mean?
Well, Ira's gonna be the new leader after I'm gone, you see. So, just stand by.
Just stand right next
Don't
to him.
disappoint.
That's literally all you
Explain
do.
to me, Master. What do you mean Ira's going to be leader?
What?
Ira fucked my
Is that
wife.
disappointment I hear? Did you want to be leader?
No. I mean, if you had asked me to be the leader, that's a different story, but I wasn't trying.
You really want to be leader, huh?
Well...
I know you want it, but that just isn't enough. Any chump can say,
Here's a huge promotion. Good job.
and make
Good
you head
job.
honcho. But enthusiasm alone doesn't make a great leader. Ira needs someone like you to give him a push in the right direction.
Bro?
I agree. Ira is definitely the most worthy among us.
Yep, you
I'm
sure
sure
do
he'll
mean
make a
that.
fine leader.
Then it's settled.
Wait, I agree that he is worthy, but why do we need a new leader, Master? Does that mean you will no longer be teaching us?
Well, I might disappear one day. Well, I might disappear.
Disappear? Why? Where?
Speak up sooner if you're listening. It was embarrassing for me. Anyway, I don't know if I'm gonna disappear or not. It's anyone's guess right now.
But...
In any case, you need to support Ira. We both know he's quite serious. He's always just thinking and thinking and thinking behind that unicorn mask of his. So everyone will be counting on you to spur him into action.
Right.
You might not be entirely happy with your role, but just know that it's the most important one. Capiche? Now, shall I elaborate? Making Ira the leader is all good in theory, but sometime later you might think, he's terrible at this. In which case it'll be your job to step up.
I get that the
knows?
Master of
Your
Master
leadership
is
might be
trying,
just
but
what
he
everyone
basically
needs.
single-handedly
And that is
sows
true.
all the seeds of distrust among his apprentices. He's like, well, if you don't think Ira's
May your
doing a
heart
good job,
be your guiding
just get him, go ahead and kill him.
Best of luck, I said.
That's your job.
Jesus.
Good job.
It's been over a year since the Master left. It's time for me to fulfill my true role.
Kill him. Oh shit.
Why do you get in my way?
Oh no. Like a snake, I have been
Don't be so conceited.
disarmed.
I'm protecting the balance. Just like the Master told us to.
the symbolism!
You need to come to your senses.
They're drifting apart like petals!
Shut up.
If we don't do something, light will expire. Then we won't be able to avoid the grim future that awaits. We need to defy the Master's teachings to protect the world.
You're saying he was wrong?
He's not here anymore. I won't let his prophecy come true. I won't let the world fall into darkness.
You fool!
Ava, over here!
Envy! Ased! What's going on?
I found out who the traitor is. Regrettably.
No, that's not true!
Ava, there's no time to lose!
I just realized this now. Don't really mean to point this out for any reason, but they're all white.
Okay.
Why is that?
May my heart be my guiding key.
And he immediately lost because 3 against 1.
It was 4 against 1.
4. Who's the 4th?
Oh wait, sorry, Ira was 4. Hey! Fucked
Holy-
everything up!
Holy shit. Somebody comes out. What the fuck happened? Case of Gula.
Master. Master?
I see.
If you're busy, I can always come back later.
Sure. Oh, no, stay! Now, where... Ah, here it is.
Just rip that fucker out. There you go. This won't sow any dissent among your peers.
Go on, read it.
He was given the page?
Yeah.
This is from the Book of Prophecies. But
Yep. It's a page that's not in any of your books.
and what's written here is...
Your role. You must find the traitor hidden among you, and stop them before it's too late. And in order to help you find the traitor...
I get it. That's why you gave us all different roles, isn't it? If anyone deviates from the job they were given, we can easily conclude that they are the traitor. It's brilliant.
Uh-huh. I planned it
Steal
all.
my thunder, show off.
Why you steal my thunder, asshole?
It's not fair. My plan was supposed to blow your mind with its grandeur. Your jaw should have hit the floor at my sheer genius.
I'm... sorry? But was my logic flawed?
Oh, you're right. So, I guess now you've earned your time in the limelight. Even though there is a traitor, act normal and keep focused. Trust no one but yourself.
What did the page say?
Trust no one but myself.
Gula.
Do you
What are
want to
you
know what
doing?
my role is? The books we were given are incomplete. There's a lost page.
Lost page?
On that page, it is written that there is a traitor. The Master told me to find and stop that person.
I called you my comrade. But never again, Gula. It doesn't matter to me if you think I am the traitor and you want to strike me down. You knew there was a traitor and you just watched silently as we fought each other. And I won't forgive you for that.
You can barely stay on your feet. Just give up already.
I'm also twice their
You
size.
underestimate me!
Oh shit. I've made a mistake! Gula! No!
Please stop!
You too, huh?
So Bear Man was a traitor.
Has his actions up to this point really led you to believe that, though?
She's the traitor, isn't she?
Why did
Her
it have
actions
to
up to
come
that
to
point
this?
really led you to believe that, though?
No, but it's fucking Kingdom Hearts,
it's
okay?
frustrating!
There's none of them as the traitor. You just did that just to fuck with them.
Have any of their actions led you to believe that, though?
Yes!
But the Book of Prophecy says the future, and the Book of Prophecy says there is
He
a traitor.
wrote the books, though.
No, not true.
Oh, he didn't?
Well, Master Masters wrote it, yeah.
And make it quick.
That's not what brought me here today. I wish to fulfill the role bestowed upon me. That's all. It isn't our place to try to change the events of the future. That is not our mission. We're here to make sure that light lives on. With only 5 lights, we can't afford to lose any.
You still count me as one of the 5 lights?
Of course.
Only you could be such a good guy after everything we've been through. But hey, I guess that's one of the reasons I respect you so much. However, we still might only be 4. I'm talking about Gula. He's using the knowledge of something called the Lost Page. He said that it contains events that are missing from all of our books.
That Gula is the traitor. Because of what he and...
He's using it to discover and apprehend whoever is the traitor. Claims that's his role. But who knows what his real intentions are? What I do know is that I'll never forgive him for hiding the fact that he knew someone would betray us. That's the biggest betrayal of all.
I'd like to believe that Gula was simply carrying out his role. Aset, I'll deal with this matter. Please keep it to yourself for now.
The frickin'...
Understood.
What's the... title card? Anyway, title card rolls.
I need to see that lost
Ira
page.
tries to kill Gula.
Why did you tell Ira? It had to be you, because you were the only one who knew where we were hiding. Didn't you think for a second that your actions could be making things worse than they already are?
And why should that even bother you? Not only do you have your union, but you've also gathered the finest Keyblade wielders from other unions, and you're training them in a secret location, aren't you?
Yes, because that is my role!
I had no idea. I apologize. I overstepped.
What's extra
No.
frustrating was because they're like,
I shouldn't have snapped at you either.
yeah, if somebody's not performing their role correctly, then we know that they're a traitor. But nobody knows
What did
each
Ira
other's
want?
roles. They only know their own roles.
I don't know exactly.
The
He just
audience is the only one
asked
that
me to
knows
give
their
up Gula. His eyes, they were scary. I was worried he'd do something awful. I knew I couldn't tell him where Gula was. Then he turned around and walked away.
I see. And Gula? How is he doing?
I don't know. He's gone.
He gone.
Psych, bitch, I'm right over here in the flowers.
I guess. Like, I don't know. It's zoomed in on the flowers.
Someone's coming! They're headed straight this way!
Take care of him.
Yeah, I was gonna say, does anybody know any form of cure?
I guess. Like...
Ira?
Hey.
Is something wrong?
I know Gula's here.
What?
Tell me where he is.
That's why I made
But
Gula.
why? What are you going to do?
He's the traitor.
None of your
according to
concern.
what I have learned.
Don't.
What?
I won't let you near him.
So that's it. All right. I'll go.
Psych! Stop, sir!
Gula, what are you doing?
Oh god, how much should I have straight? I've been poisoned, Zod.
Something happened?
Ira was here. He wanted me to give you up.
I knew it. It's finally
So
come
how
to
did you
this.
end up there?
Come to what?
Good question. Yeah, I think there might
Everyone
have been
wants
a
to know
scene,
about
like,
the lost
missing, 'cause
page.
there's a couple things that are like
The lost page?
better explained in the game, I guess.
It's a page the Master gave me. It doesn't exist in any of our books. It contains a passage about an inevitable betrayal. It talks about the one who bears the sigil.
But we all
That's it.
bear sigils.
So, I don't know what to make of it, to be honest.
The one who bears the
My
sigil?
role
Bear?
is to find out who it is.
Ah!
I suspected a said and went to confront him.
You know, because bears.
And look what happened.
Why are you telling me this, Gula? I have enough to think about, keeping with the Master's teachings and my role.
Always walking the straight and narrow. I'm a fool for basing my actions on what is written on that lost page. Everything in the passage is ambiguous at best. That's why I need to find out.
But how?
By asking the Master.
But he's not here anymore.
I'm going to summon Kingdom Hearts.
What?
Then he'll have no choice but to come back.
Summoning Kingdom Hearts is forbidden!
That's exactly why! The only way to get him back is to break the rules. If things don't change, the entire world is doomed. But, in order to go through with it, I'll need Lux. I don't have nearly enough. You always
Or
do the
hearts.
right thing. Help me with this.
I'm sorry. I know you want the Master to return. But you don't know how summoning Kingdom Hearts will affect the rest of the world. The Master, he forbid it for a reason. I'm afraid I can't help you.
I see. May your heart be your guiding key.
Hey, what's up?
Ghoul is on a mission to collect Lux.
Ah. That explains why Aced and Ira are as well. They're
What?
trying to maintain the balance.
Everybody's looking for Lux but us.
But that isn't the balance we were expected to keep. If everyone's collecting light solely for themselves, Keyblade wielders will soon turn against one another, which will lead to the Keyblade War.
Some
And what's
say
written in the book.
Keyblade War.
All of it will happen.
Light will expire.
Envy, what are you going to do?
I'll gather Lux too. No matter
Let's all
what,
go get 'em together.
the balance must be kept. Ava, you do the same. We must delay the inevitable.
Right.
Ah. Ah.
Okay.
So I was looking at this flower, and
Now I'm having a flashback.
now I'm here.
Case of Ava.
What's written in the last page of the book is gonna happen. The entire world will be lost to darkness.
But Master, isn't there anything we can do?
Well, that's what brings me to your role. You might just be the only hope of keeping light from expiring.
Hope?
Okay.
Master, what is it that you need me to do? Oh,
Don't get involved in any battles. Forget the notion of unions. Find Keyblade wielders with potential and create an entirely separate organization.
Make sure you get
And
only
call it-
13 of
The
them.
Yeah,
seeds
make
of
sure
a
there's only
dandelion.
13 and you call them that.
Let them fly to another world. They will keep the light alive.
you really think that I'm the right person for this?
Ava, you're the only person for this.
I understand.
Need to keep checking shit.
Today you're here to continue with your training for our mission. This session may seem like it's familiar to you, but in a world that is different, one made of dreams, you are our hope.
So if you remember the
war
story,
will soon
in
wage.
Kingdom Hearts 1 and Birthplace Sleep,
Those who strive to
Kairi's
protect
told
the
by
light
grandmother, it's that
will
light was
turn
kept
their
alive
weapons
after
on
the
their
Kingdom
allies.
Hearts- the
For
the
Keyblade
sake
War
of loyalty
by
to their own
by the light
unions.
within children. So
Yeah,
that's
these are the
that's
children.
that's
To be
Ava's
honest,
whole goal is here to have
I
these
don't know
kids
how far I can guide all of
survive
you.
past the Keyblade War.
What
and,
you must
keep the
remember
light around.
is that anyone can lose themselves to the darkness. However, there will be no winners. Everything will be lost. Except all of you who are the seeds of hope. When the time comes, and there is war, you mustn't fight, but instead you must fly away from here to the world outside. This training is to help you fulfill this crucial task. The future is in all your hands, as is the world's light. May your hearts be your guiding key.
The case of Lush.
Oh, okay. So this is the
The
most
gazing
important
eye?
scene in the.
It's not what it's called.
Oh, what then?
Actually, no name.
No name.
Well, gazing or not, that Keyblade does have an eye in it. My
The Keyblade actually is
that-
called No
Ew.
Name now.
Oh, you think that's gross, do ya?
Has his eye in it?
Yeah, sure.
It has an
Anyway,
eye.
about your role. You need to pass down that Keyblade to your apprentice and then him to his, so that my eye can see the future.
So the Book of Prophecies.
Bingo! The fact that it exists is proof of your success. That means
Time
you've
travel.
trained a worthy apprentice, passed down that handsome Keyblade, and fulfilled your role. Congratulations! What's the matter? Come on, you did a fantastic job. At least smile a little.
But I haven't done anything yet.
Good point. Guess you'd better get started then. Unfortunately, you'll have to go alone from here on out. No Book of Prophecies to keep you company either. I can't have you causing any temporal paradoxes. But hey, we both know you'll do just fine without it, right?
Do I really have to go alone? What about the others?
Minor details, so don't sweat it. For now, you, that Keyblade, and this box need to stay out of sight. Just watch with your own eyes, and my eye, of course, as things unfold between the others. Then, when the time is right, go off and do your thing.
What's in it?
It's a secret. And, well, you see, the thing is, you can never, ever open it.
Great, now I really want to know.
All right. I'll indulge you. But this secret stays between the two of us, and you have to promise never to open the box.
I promise.
Fuck you, game. Fuck you, game.
But why?
You'll see.
It contains my nudes.
May my heart be my guiding key.
His thing is to pass down the Keyblade that eventually ends up belonging to Xehanort. And basically, the Master of Masters has already seen everything that the Keyblade has done. And there's also this box that only Lucio and the Master know of.
What's in the box?
Well, I'm glad you asked, because that box shows up in Kingdom Hearts 3. So, do you know who the traitor was?
No. I'm guessing it was none of them.
The traitor is the Master of Masters. It's really dumb, but that was the whole plan all along. It's not specifically, like, set in stone, and there's actually maybe one other person it could be. Because, I guess this is a spoiler alert, 3 doesn't give us any additional information regarding this conflict, so it could potentially be one other person, but we'll have to wait until we yeah, that's Union Cross. That's pretty much the whole story. It's just a prequel to the Keyblade War. Gives you a little bit of insight about the only ones that are really super important are Mushu and Master. Big fucking shocker there, because they're the only ones that get the codes that so, yeah, Master of Masters just kind of disappeared one day, and Mushu's around. Or, I guess passed down that personally like this story all that much because it doesn't make any fucking sense. Yeah, but you've seen it now, so we really didn't have a whole lot to say throughout the whole thing either.
I was trying to pay attention.
Yeah. And I gave you that because, honestly, the whole central conflict about the traitors, that's kind of the driving force of the whole narrative. And they don't even fucking tell you. And that's so frustrating. But yeah, the general consensus among the community is that the Master of Masters is the traitor. Largely, everybody else followed their roles to their best ability and is not a traitor. Yeah, because, like, Ira kind of was a leader in the greatest sense. He ended up trying to go after Gulu simply because of the things that he had been led to believe. Snake Girl did her part as well. She was probably most questionable, but still not evil at all. Bear Guy was definitely the like hardest to tell from the outside perspective. From us, though, pretty obvious. Jaguar Guy, we kind of were told that he wasn't the traitor, and of course Yoshi had nothing to do with it. Ava, also not really a true type. She succeeds on her mission because we... Yeah. So, yeah, none of them are necessarily the traitor. That we know of. Yet. Like I said, 3 does not confirm or deny it. This didn't confirm or deny it, so who knows? Maybe in Kingdom Hearts 4. It's only 9:30, so we actually are ahead of schedule.
Now hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
Half-hour stream.
Half-hour stream of Kingdom Hearts?
Yes.
I'd have to re-download it, honestly. And that'd probably take another half hour. Sadly. But you can take back your game now.
Yeah, at least there's that.
Yeah. No trophies, unfortunately. Back cover.
Unlock theater. A theater in a movie? Isn't that called scene selection?
Unlocked characters.
You have to go through the characters now.
Yeah, I think it wants me to.
No, it's chapters.
I'm gonna see. Okay, yeah, it's gonna make me. Oh yeah, Chirithy. It's basically a Dream Eaters, but like an older version. Okay. So now I should be able to get the stupid theme. Not that I think I'll put it on. I will download it because I won't, have the game. But
yay! Our game has been added to the extras.
We've done so much fucking Kingdom Hearts today.
Fucking done.
Wow.
That actually looks nice.
It's nice, honestly.
But that is sad, though. They led all those children to die, basically.
Yup. Well, it's not just there, because that world, the world that they're in, is like basically what our world is. It's the equivalent, because that's before the worlds all split up.
Yeah.
So all of the other Disney worlds, I guess, technically are out on that. So they all got destroyed.
Right, but like I said...
And then they came back.
Wait, hold on, go back? Oh, it changes too.
No, they all change.
But like I said, they basically commanded a bunch of children to die.
Yeah. Master Masters is kind of a questionable dude.
Alright, well.
I mean, that's kind of why Ava is kind of the most, like wholesome, I guess, because she specifically had the role to gather the ones that she decided to live.
Alright, let's
Kingdom Hearts 2.8. Oh, I never talked about why it's called 2.8.
Oh, why?
Okay, so it's really fucking dumb. But this comes from Nomura himself. He regards Kingdom Hearts back cover as Kingdom Hearts 0. Kingdom Hearts HD, or Dream Drop is 2.6. And this is 0.2. It's 0.1 was Birth by Sleep. This is 0.2. So you add those together, 0.2 and 2.6, you get the 2.8 collection. Why? Fuck if I know. It's not like Kingdom Hearts 2 and then Birth by Sleep, which would be 0.1, and then would that make Coded 0.4? Yeah, and then you got to think about how does 1.5 work. That's Kingdom Hearts 1, and then Days and what was the other one in Chain of Memories. How does it work? Like, thanks for ruining this. Anyway,